heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can make.
Yes, from Black to Black, Coast to Coast, it's your boy Shadow Ghost. Keep your hands up, keep your chin tucked, man. Listen, hit that notification bell for upcoming content for Shadow Ghost 81. And look, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Wilder and Fury 3 is not about boxing anymore. At least that's what a lot of content creators on YouTube is making it seem like it is. And I don't want a lot of people to fall into this whole belief that this is about white privilege. This is about race. It's not even about boxing anymore. This is not even about the WBC belt anymore. They have made this out to be like it's about black versus white, and even thrown Latinos in there now. They've just thrown race in here, and they made it. This is not about the Boxing Commission and a conspiracy to cheat Deontay Wilder. This is not about Tyson Fury having egg weights in his hands and flapping gloves, and Mark Breland being paid off to poison him, and then turning around and feeling sorry and saving his life. This has nothing to do with that. This is about a man who fought Tyson Fury the first time and got a draw, fought him the second time and lost, and now is fighting him a third time. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, I was watching, I don't even know this guy. I don't even know him, but you know, showbiz, right? Look at showbiz. I want you guys to pay attention very closely to what this community, and when I say Wilder fans, I'm not talking all Wilder fans, because I'm a Wilder fan, believe it or not. And this is where it gets crazy, guys. This is where it gets crazy. These people, this selective people, this group of people that are emotionally attached to Wilder are telling you if you're a Wilder fan. They tell you if you're a Wilder fan. They tell you. This is what it's coming down to. People are telling you how you should feel, how you should view somebody, and what your opinion is. And if you don't subscribe to their opinion and their way of thinking, or their cult-like thinking, that's it. You're a hater. You're an Uncle Tom. You're a racist. You're everything. You're a piece of shit. This is what it's come down to. And let me give you perfect examples. The first two fights, I went for Deontay Wilder. I know a lot of people that went for Deontay Wilder. The crazy thing is, right? All these people that swear we're hating on Deontay Wilder, we don't even like Tyson Fury. That's the crazy thing. This man has never even defended a belt. This man has never defended a belt. And I'm not saying that a lot of people do like Tyson Fury or whether they don't. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people that don't like the fact that Wilder blamed Mark Breland, had all these excuses with no proof, and at the same time did not like Tyson Fury. That's what I'm trying to say. But this group of people will make it seem like that you are supporting this man, or you're supporting this white man, and this is our king. And that's another thing I want to touch on real quick. And before I touch on that, before it sounds like I'm gonna bash Deontay Wilder, and before it seems like I'm gonna, oh, here comes another guy that's gonna bash him, let me start off by saying this. Deontay Wilder is a bad man. He's a bad man in the ring. We're talking about a guy, right, that started off boxing late. He started off boxing really late. This isn't a guy who started off like at 7, like 9 years old. He started off, man, like as an adult, basically. Started off like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a guy who started off boxing, I believe 20 or in his early 20s, to put bread on the table. Okay, he got a bronze medal in the Olympics, whereas other people got gold medals. So can you imagine if he started off as a kid? Can you imagine if he honed in on his craft as a kid? If he did this as a kid, he would be a dangerous man. Look at his knockout percentage. He obviously has a gift. Nobody has never ever said, yo, Deontay Wilder, he's got no shot in a fight. Nobody who's ever said that. I don't think I've ever met anybody who watches boxing or knows boxing, saw Deontay Wilder in a fight and said, hey man, he's got no shot at winning. As long as he walks in there with that right fucking hand, he's got a shot at winning that fight. It was just his motivation, the craft, the willingness to learn, just boxing in general, how serious he takes it. He would always say all the time, well, hey, these guys got to work 12 rounds. It only takes me 2 seconds. How many times has he said that? And then it was just his character. The stuff he would say about AJ. Like, first he liked AJ. Then when AJ got a belt, all of a sudden he had a problem with AJ. But by the way, he did the same thing with Andy Ruiz. Remember when Andy Ruiz won, he was all buddy-buddy with him and everything, and then when Andy Ruiz lost the rematch, he started talking shit about him. Then Fury, you know, the first and second fight, you know, well, the first fight, let's go to the first fight, you know, he gave this man a hug, he gave him a kiss, he said it was his brother, he liked the man. All of a sudden, he loses, now it's white privilege. Speaking of white privilege, you know, why is it the brother that gets fired? This is the problem that I have. And to be honest, it ain't just the fact that Mark Breland got fired, because he could fire whoever he wants. It's the fact that he made it seem like he poisoned him, and then he fired him, and then he talked about white privilege. He could have just came out and been like, listen, look, we ain't never really got along or whatever. Look, me and Malik Scott more been like on a brother level. That's different. But this man's character was assassinated or tried to be assassinated with no proof. So when people call him out for that, just try to keep it real. That's all it is. And yes, people don't like that statement, keeping it real. But let me tell you something. Keeping it real is now hating, bro. And the new generation, and I bring up showbiz. Let me tell you why I bring up showbiz. I don't even know this man. I watch him sometimes, and I don't agree with everything that he says all the time, but I watch him sometimes. I watch a lot of content creators just to get their point of view. But he said something that really hit home with me. You know, when he's talking good about Deontay Wilder, they're all like facts. But anytime he gives good criticism about like, hey man, look, I don't like the fact that he's pinned his left hand down, they're like, take that Wilder shirt off. And you got people that say stuff like, don't talk about my king like that. And he said, you know, it's the generation of fans. He says, I'm older than Wilder. And right then and there, I already knew what he was going to say. And let me tell you something. I understand what he's going to say. I'm in my 30s, and let me tell you something, bro. I don't look at no man as a god. I've even heard people tell me that Mayweather is a god. And maybe they're saying it in a different way. But let me tell you something. My pops, rest in peace. I don't look at him as a god. Any man that I've looked up, I don't look at as a god. Any man that's gonna be in dirt later on in life, I do not look as a god. I'm sorry, I don't. I could look up to him as a role model, but God, I believe in Jesus Christ. That's just me. That's just my belief. We don't have to go into politics or religion or anything or whatever you believe in, but that's just what I believe. I don't believe in it. I don't look at any man as a god or a king or anything like that. I just don't. Because man will fail you at some point in life. Man is not perfect. So I automatically knew what he was talking about. We have these young kids that are growing up. They look at Wilder as if he does no wrong. They see no fault in him. And for these dudes that are like 40, 50, in their 60s doing this shit, oh man, there's something wrong with y'all, man. I don't know what's going on. Y'all are definitely motivated by something else, bro, or you got some money coming into your account. I have no idea, but I've never seen that's a female trait, and I'm confused. Another thing they took offense to was he brought up the fact that ESPN said that Wilder vs. 3 is the biggest disappointment in 2021. And do you know what ESPN meant by that? It didn't mean the fact that the fight itself is not going to be a good fight. That's not what it meant. It meant that they were about to have the undisputed heavyweight fight, bro, with all the belts on the line. And then all of a sudden it got stopped to see a fight that we've seen 2 times already. For what? For what? What is on the line? That's why they said it was the disappointment. And when he said, I agree with that as a boxing fan, because I am a boxing fan first, I want what's best for boxing first. What do you think they did? Take that Wilder shirt off? When we are like, hey man, listen, all we want to hear is, you know, hey, let's run that back. Unless you have any proof, stop with the allegations and let's just run it back. Where's the proof that Mark Breland poisoned you? JD's was watching the hands get wrapped. He held the water, but they don't want to hear that. They don't want to go there. They don't want to touch that because Deontay Wilder was like, hey, look, this is what it is. I kept JD's. I'm cool with him. So therefore, they have to, you know, if their king said it, it's cool. This is the problem and the hypocrisy that we have. It's called cancel culture, people. It's called cancel culture. It's the new, they're trying to do it. And this is why I have a problem with it, because all y'all that is on board with it right now, it's okay until they do something that you don't agree with. Watch when you disagree with something that they're doing and you voice your opinion. Watch what they do to you. They did my guy Chris Colbert dirty, bro. Dirty for what? Why can't you speak your opinion? Why can't he say he wants to go for Pacquiao? Why can't he say, you know, he said back in 2018 he thought that Fury was a bad matchup for Wilder. Ness showed that video. I don't understand. A lot of these people are Wilder fans. We're just different types of fans. We're just not dick riders. There's a difference. And people don't like the real talk. People don't understand that you got people from the West Coast, you got people from the East Coast. You know, shout out to my guy Chris Colbert, who's you know, from the East Coast. I'm from Jersey. He's from New York, Brooklyn. People, we talk different, bro. We talk different. And sometimes, like, we speak, we keep our heart on our sleeve, and we tell you what it is, but we mean well. We mean well. If we tell you, bro, you don't know how to take an L, bro, we mean well. We ain't gonna sit here and say, you know what? Nah, you ain't get your ass whooped. You were cheated. How is that help? Tell me how that's helping you. Tell me how that's helping you. That is not helping you. Helping you would be like, yo, you know what, bro? You a bad man, but you fell in love with that right hand. You need to go back and work on some other things, bro. Stop making excuses. But if you say that, automatically, you hate this man. You're an Uncle Tom. You're a racist. You're not a fan of boxing. You're not following code. What is this code? That's a prison thing, but code. It's crazy. This is seeping into boxing now, and it's sad. Two men go into the ring. Two men. One man is victorious, whether it be by unanimous decision, split decision, TKO, the ref stops it, or your corner throws in the towel, or depending on what state you're in, the rules might vary a little bit, or it's a draw. That's it. But you get the point of it. We've all seen boxing before. Yes. Does black versus Latino or Puerto Rican versus Dominican? Yeah, that stuff sells. Puerto Rican versus Mexican, Mexican versus black versus Latino. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that stuff does sell. It sells. But y'all making it something a lot different than that. Y'all making it something a lot different than that. Y'all bringing real life shit into boxing right now. By the way, none of these boxers are held back. Last I checked, these guys are millionaires. Ain't none of these guys being discriminated against. Wilder living real well, bro. I seen his house. He living real well. I don't think he being held back in any damn way. And for all the people that are so emotionally attached to him, I hope y'all getting money in your account. I really do. Because y'all acting like y'all getting direct deposit. If Wilder wins, salute to him, bro, because he's been training his ass off. But if Fury wins, bro, I really, can y'all stop with the excuses, please? Can y'all stop me? Please, just stop it. And if if Wilder wins, yo, don't be living on the past, bro, because that's what y'all gonna do. I know a lot of you are, but I hope a lot of you are just like, hey, look, man, look, he won the second one. It is what it is. Let's move past. If y'all want to do a fourth one, it is what it is. It's good for boxing. But none of y'all are really good for boxing because look at y'all track record. Look at y'all track record, man. A lot of y'all, 90% of y'all, only talk about Wilder, Errol Spence, Gervonta Tank Davis. Y'all only talk about certain fighters. Y'all don't even report on what's going on in boxing. That's kind of crazy, right? Like if the playoffs are happening, but y'all only talking about a certain team, and meanwhile the playoffs are happening, but y'all ain't even talking about the playoffs. That shit don't even make no damn sense to me half the time, but that's what y'all do. Look, man, I'm a boxing fan, and I'm not saying that y'all ain't boxing fans. I'm just saying I think you guys are motivated by something else, and it's sad, and it's affecting other content creators, and it's affecting a lot of people, and some people don't even want to deal with this shit no more. And that's basically what y'all, a lot of y'all ulterior motives, that's what y'all want deep down inside. But it ain't gonna happen to me. It ain't gonna happen to me, and it ain't gonna happen to a lot of other content creators. And basically, a lot of the shit, what y'all trying to do is actually making it worse, because you're making a lot of people come out and speak more, speak up more, come out more, start more channels, speak against about this shit. So, I mean, a lot of times when y'all try to stop something, you make it worse. So, it's sort of like when you have that daughter and you try to tell her you can't see that man, or you can't go out, or you can't date, and you can't do that. All you're gonna do is make her more curious, my guy. That's all you're gonna do. So with that, let the best man win. I just want what's best for boxing. I'm sure a lot of people do. For all y'all that's doing all this fuckery and trying to fuck up boxing, bro, it is what it is. We see right through it. And until next time, this is Shadow Ghost signing off.